Hollywood Bets Sunday, Hollywood Bets Greyville Sunday. Len Mayhew's on the line. We're going to chat about the meeting. Hopefully he can catch another jackpot like he did the other day, or get us in good form. It's a KwaZulu-Natal Breeders' Race Day. We wish them everything of the best. Race 2 on Sunday, about 12:15 is the off time of the meet. And that's the start, well, not of the Bipot, that is, not the meeting. And the favourite in the second race, 5-2, about number 8, Act of Grace. 9, Charge It, is priced up 28-10 early Friday morning. 2, Love the USA, is 33-10. And 4, Winter Blessing, is priced up at 9-2. You can get 6-1 and better about the balance. All right, Lenny, let's start with the Bipots. Just how many do we need here?
Morning, Clyde. Yes, nothing really stands out on form in the opening leg of the Bipot. You've got the source Love the USA, ran a fair race first on debut. After starting slowly, she ran on nicely and will prefer this distance. Act of Grace ran an improved race on the Poly last time and must be included. But I'm also going to include the 9, Charge It, and 4, Winter Blessing. I don't like the look of the race, to be honest.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, we've got a couple of bankers in the Bipot later, but to start, we're going to need quite a few horses here. It's a 216 Rand per. On to race number 3 now, maiden plate over 1,400 metres, start of the place accumulator. We've got an odds-on favourite that Betway priced up here, number 3, Cassandra, who's priced up at 8-10 early Friday morning. Watch the betting when you're watching this on Sunday, closer to race time, which is at about 10-1 or thereabouts. You'll get an idea just how far off is Cassandra of the 8-10 on the Friday morning. 7, Queen of the Air. Frikkie Kraeling's in good form. They're 5-2 second favourite and pretty much betting 8-1 and better about the balance. So it appears to be 2 of them, but maybe just the one of them, Len. Cassandra, what are your thoughts?
Clyde, this 2-year-old filly Cassandra ran an absolute cracker last time behind Dark Matter and MS Sakura, I think it's called. And she was reeling them in at the finish. So if she takes to the Polytrack, I really think she's going to be hard to beat, despite taking on older opposition. Yes, the danger is the 7-horse Queen of the Air, but she's been off for 7 months. I'm not quite sure why. But she did show some promise before that. But I'm really strong with the 3-horse Cassandra.
Fair enough, makes a lot of sense. Remember, we are on the Poly for this race, so make a note of the races which are on turf and which are on Poly. This one's on Poly, and we're bankering Cassandra. All right, so the juveniles get together here. It's a juvenile plate. It's over 1,200 metres. It's the start of the pick 6. I don't think it's easy or straightforward. Well, neither do Betway think that, because they've got 3-1 the field. All of 3 War Talk, 4 Fortress of Fire, and 8 Master Silvano. They're all share favouritism at 3-1. 1 George's Magic is the 4-1 next best in the race. 6 Dungeon Master is priced up at 9-2, and then it's 8-1 about number 5 Black Forest. Double figures about the balance. So it's the younger horses that come together. Yeah, Lenny, some have only had a couple of starts or 1 start, so lots of improvement expected. I guess in some cases unknown how much improvement to come. What do you like?
Clyde, it's a small field, but a very tricky start to the pick 6. You know, after winning his debut very impressively, Fortress of Fire, he's flopped badly in his next 2. Yes, they were feature races, or but they were so bad that I'm not quite sure what to expect now. So, and then you've got a horse like George's Magic, the 1 horse. He comes out of a very strong form line. Major Silvana was only beaten just over a length on debut, must be included. Then you've got Black Forest, who's been gelded. Dungeon Master, who showed improved pace in his second run. So to me, it's a wide open affair. It could very well come Fortress of Fire if he puts in his best performance, but I'm going to go very wide in the exotics.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. Well, Perhaps it's even that horse of Sean Terry's that's there, War Talk. Who knows what that can do after his debut performance, or rather Herb's debut performance. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8 for Len in the first leg of the pick six. We do have a banker coming up later on, and it's a 2,520 Rand perm, or 252 for 10%. Okay, back with us now. Time for the jackpot race number 5. Let me get an idea what we're looking at. It's a maiden plate, and from a betting perspective, this is what Betway have provided. 10, Window to My Soul, 22 to 10 favourite. 4, T-Dog, 28 to 10. Number 2, Quinn's Time, 4 to 1. 3, or rather 9, Owner of Creation is at 7 to 1. 11, Perfectly Picked is next best in, priced up at 8 to 1. And it is 12 to 1 and better about the balance. I'm wondering if Perfectly Picked is, if it isn't at that sort of price, not worth looking at. But Len, give us an idea what you're doing here. Window to My Soul, the right one, I guess?
Clyde, Window to My Soul ran on very strongly. Once the penny dropped with him last time, he was really finishing very well. And although he's dropping back in trip from a 2,000 to a 1,700, I think he's getting the hang of things, and I think he'll be hard to beat. Gina rides him, and I'm sure he'll start working on him a little bit earlier than last time. Then you got a horse like T-Dog, who did finish ahead of Window to My Soul last time when they met. But that was over 1,400, and I think the distance will be more suited to Window to My Soul. The 2-horse, Quinn's Time, came in for some good betting support last time, and I think he will also prefer this trip. Then the only other horse that I thought was perhaps Montre Blant, whose best run was on the Polytrack and must be considered for probably quartets and stuff.
Okay, so we got Len's jackpot up. He caught the jackpot last time we spoke, and in this leg he's gone 2, 4 and 10 in the first leg, by 1 and 2, by 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, by 2 and 10 at the back, and a reasonable 84 Rand a time. Okay, let's take a look at this 1900 at this particular event, and Hats Queen is top of the boards. Does look like she'll take quite a bit of beating. We saw the Tony Peter stable in form during the week. They had a couple, so well done to them. And Betway have got her priced up in the red. She is well weighted in a race like this, as you'll notice. She comes in best, quite largely ahead of everything else, to be honest. And she's the 5 to 10. Is she 5 to 10? Let me confirm what price we've got. 11 to 20 about Hats Queen on the Friday morning. After that, 4 to 1 closest to her is number 2, Queen Amina. But then it's 8 to 1 and better, bar those two. Okay, all in Hats Queen. Len, what's the plan?
Clyde, yes, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, she's been racing against stronger than she meets in the KZN Breeders 19. And so long as the Polytrack doesn't affect her adversely, well, I mean, then she should be too good for opposition. To me, the biggest danger is obviously the 2-horse Queen Amina, who's in receipt of 7 kilos. She does look second best, but I do think Hats Queen will win.
Okay, well, that's good enough. That's what we need, the confidence. Hats Queen does look like the horse to beat. We take the Exactas you want to cover with Queen Amina in box 1 and 2, but on our exotics, we've bankered Hats Queen. Okay, let's move on to our next preview now. Have a look at race number 7. It's over the 1,200 metres, and take a look at the market as to what Betway were doing. And 5, Tara Star is top of the boards at 7 to 2. Second choice 1, Disting, is at 4 to 1. 9, Silver Tudor is priced up at 5 to 1. 11 to 2 about number 3, Grado. And then Kalahari Roller number 7 is at 8 to 1. Also 8 to 1 about the 2, Proud Master. And then double figures about the balance. Just a reminder, we're staying on the poly for race number 7. So it's a poly event. Leonard, give us your top 2, top 3. What's the plan?
Clyde, look, Grado, he took quite a knock at his last start. Just shortly after the start, he got sandwiched between 2 horses, And obviously, it took him a bit of time to recover. And I think he did very well to be only beaten by just over 3 lengths by the useful. And if he jumps on terms without any mishaps, I make him the horse to beat. Stablemate, Kalahari Roller, he could be the biggest danger. But if I go past Agrada, I think I do respect, obviously, the fillies, Disting and Tara Star. Disting, for some reason, just gives me the feeling she's not at her best at Grable, but I could be wrong. We'll see on Sunday.
Okay, there's the jackpot worked out for you. There's a banker coming up a little bit later for Len, Cherry Anu. We'll talk about that in a little while. Okay, so now we go back to the turf. This is the Breeders' Mile, and a race should run at around 10-4. Interesting race indeed, and Cherry Anu is, I know, Len's first choice. We'll talk to Len in a minute. 3-1 about number 10, Legal Counsel. That's the favourite. 2, Cherry Anu is priced up at 7-2, second favourite. 4-1 about the boys from Santon. That's Danton from Santon. Number 3 on the card, Sean Terry, and I'm sure the Clang will be there at 4-1. 5, Soldier's Eye is priced up at 5-1. 7-1, 6, Africa Skyline. 7, Saxon Dynasty, who's been in great form, is priced up at 8-1. And it is 10-1 and better about the balance. The Dave the King run, I guess, is where you're at with Cherry Anu, eh, Leonard?
Clyde, 100%. I mean, he ran an absolute cracker last time out, finishing only 3.5 lengths behind Dave the King. And he had Royal Victory, the Summer Cup winner, just ahead of him that day as well. So, I mean, that was a very, very good run. Here he's got the draw of 2, which is a huge advantage. And I think he's going to take a lot of beating. Obviously, Legal Counsel must be his biggest danger. But he's got to come from 10 draw, and he might have to chase to get up there. And look, I'm strong with Cherry Anu. Obviously, the 3-year-old Saxon Dynasty shows a lot of promise as well. But whether he's up to this class at this stage of his career, I'm not quite sure.
Okay, and the boys from Santon, Danton from Santon are coming. Richard Ferree riding that for Sean Terry. But Cherry Anu, the one to beat. Let's take the boxed Exactas here. 2-10. On to race number 9 now, and this is the KwaZulu-Natal Breeders' Mile, 1,600 metres it is. And let's take a look at what the betting recommends in the final leg of the Pick 6 PA. Hopefully you guys are running. So the market has got MJ Odendahl's horse, Villa Vicosa, as favourite. It's 7-2, but it's a weak favourite. You can get 5-1 about the 2 Willow Express. Sean Terry there with Craig Zaki. Third choice in the market, or that horse Radu, is double joint second favourite with Willow Express, currently priced up at 5-1. Sean's got quite a strong hand because he's got Peace Treaty in there, who's also priced up at 5-1. And Garth Puller, they in form, and he's got Acta, who's at 6-1. So Terry got quite a strong hand here, Len.
Clyde, it looks to be a pretty competitive field in the final leg of the Pick 6, but I'm going to stick with my Villa Vicosa, whom I fancied in his last 2 runs. He's been a little bit stiff, and he's yet to race on the Poly, so I'm just hoping that he enjoys it. If one has to look past Villa Vicosa, it becomes very wide open. As you can see, I put the field in the exotics there.
Okay, just a reminder to our viewers out there that races 9 and 10 are both on the Poly. And Len will be going in with Villa Vicosa. After him, it does become open. This is a trifecta bank of the 5. We'll be shouting home the MJ Odendahl runner here with Matthew Thackeray on, with a whole lot of horses, as you can see, for second and third.